The Odyssey's Cyclops clash, facing Polyphemus. Imagine being trapped in a cave, a one-eyed giant devouring your friends, and your only weapon is your wits. That's the dire situation Odysseus faces against Polyphemus, the Cyclops who turns a simple stop into a fight for survival. Welcome to Gods and Heroes Unveiled, where Greek mythology comes alive. Today, we're tackling the Odyssey's Cyclops clash, facing Polyphemus, dissecting how Odysseus uses his cunning nobody trick to escape a monster's lair. If you're hooked on epic tales of gods and heroes, subscribe now and join us on this wild ride through the Odyssey. Let's step into the cave and face the beast. The encounter, a deadly misstep. Odysseus's clash with Polyphemus begins with a mix of curiosity and bad luck. After leaving Troy, his fleet lands on the island of the Cyclopes, rugged, lawless giants who care little for gods or men. Seeking supplies, Odysseus takes 12 of his best men to explore a cave brimming with cheese, lambs, and promise. But it's a trap. Polyphemus, a hulking shepherd with a single, glaring eye, returns and seals the entrance with a boulder no mortal could lift. What starts as a hope for hospitality turns grim when the Cyclops spots the intruders. He's no host, he's a predator. With a grunt, he snatches 2 of Odysseus's men, smashes them against the cave walls, and eats them raw, bones and all. The next day, 2 more meet the same fate. Panic sets in, but Odysseus doesn't draw his sword. Brute force won't work here. The boulder blocks escape, and Polyphemus is too strong to fight head-on. This is a monster who answers to no one, a son of Poseidon who lives by his own savage rules. Odysseus's crew looks to him, their leader, as death looms. His mind races, killing the Cyclops might doom them all if they can't move the stone. He needs a plan, not to win a battle, but to survive. This moment tests him like never before, pushing his famed cunning to the edge. The cave becomes a prison, the air thick with fear and the stench of blood. It's here, in this desperate trap, that Odysseus's genius begins to stir. The nobody trick, cunning over strength. Facing Polyphemus, Odysseus crafts a plan as sharp as any blade: deception. First, he offers the Cyclops wine from their stores, strong, unmixed stuff that even a giant can't resist. When Polyphemus demands his name, Odysseus lies smoothly. My name is nobody. The Cyclops, dulled by greed, drinks deep and soon collapses in a drunken stupor. Step 1 complete. Now Odysseus and his men seize their chance. They find a massive olive wood staff in the cave and sharpen it into a spear. Heating the tip in the fire until it glows red, they drive it into Polyphemus's single eye, twisting as he roars in agony. Blinded, the Cyclops flails, but the trap is set. When other Cyclopes rush to his cries, asking who hurt him, Polyphemus bellows, "Nobody. Nobody's killing me." Confused, they leave, thinking it's a trick or madness. Odysseus's wordplay turns the giant's strength against him, brilliant and simple. But escape isn't done. The next morning, Polyphemus, still blind, opens the cave to let his sheep out, feeling each one to catch the men. Odysseus ties his crew under the rams' bellies, clinging to the wool as they slip past the groping hands. He takes the biggest ram for himself, riding beneath it to freedom. The nobody trick isn't just a dodge, it's a masterstroke, blending patience, timing, and intellect. Where strength fails, cunning triumphs, proving Odysseus can outthink even a monster's raw power. The aftermath, victory, and cost. Odysseus's escape from Polyphemus is a win, but it comes with a price. As his ships sail off, his pride flares. He can't resist taunting the Cyclops, shouting, "If anyone asks who blinded you, say it was Odysseus, king of Ithaca." Polyphemus, enraged, hurls boulders that nearly sink the fleet, then prays to Poseidon, "Father, make this man suffer. Never let him see home." This boast turns victory into a curse. Poseidon, the sea god, hears his son and unleashes a vendetta that stretches Odysseus's journey into years of torment, storms, monsters, and loss. 6 men died in that cave, a heavy toll for curiosity's sake. Yet, the clash reveals Odysseus's core. His nobody trick saves the rest, showing a leader who thinks when others freeze. It's not just survival, it's defiance, a mortal outwitting a giant tied to the divine. The cost lingers, though. His crew's trust wavers. They've seen his brilliance, but also the risks of his daring. Polyphemus marks a shift in the Odyssey, from war hero to hunted man, his fate now tangled with a god's wrath. The encounter's legacy is dual. It's a tale of cunning's power and pride's peril, a moment where Odysseus shines yet sows the seeds of his own suffering. His mind gets him out, but his mouth pulls him back into danger, making this clash a defining chapter in his saga. Outro: a tale of wit and warning. The Cyclops clash pits Odysseus's cunning against Polyphemus's might, and then nobody trick proves what can conquer where swords fail. But victory sparks Poseidon's curse, turning a clever escape into a long nightmare. What's next for our hero? Subscribe to Gods and Heroes Unveiled to find out. Don't miss a single epic twist. Tell me below, was Odysseus's taunt worth it, or should he have stayed silent? Let's keep this mythic journey alive together.